The line, "I am not the body, I am not even the mind," points to your identity as the aware presence in which body and mind appear, rather than as the body-mind itself. It is meant as a practical pointer to notice what is always present and unchanging, awareness, beneath changing physical sensations, emotions, and thoughts. Body and mind as objects. In Advaita and many yogic traditions, the body and mind are treated as objects in experience. They can be observed, change constantly, and are never exactly the same from moment to moment. Since you can notice your body and thoughts, the teaching says you must be the knower of them, not the objects themselves. The body is seen as a temporary aggregation of matter and sensations that grows, ages, and dies, so it cannot be the stable I. The mind is a stream of thoughts, moods, and images that shift over time, so it also cannot be the unchanging self. Pointing to awareness. The phrase is used to turn attention back to the simple sense of I am, or bare presence, before adding any labels like I am this body or I am my story. Teachers like Nisargadatta and Ramana Maharshi say that by resting in this pure sense of being, one discovers an identity as awareness itself, not limited by body-mind boundaries. Awareness is described as that in which sensations, thoughts, and the world are known, but which itself does not come and go as those contents change. This shift from I am the body-mind to I am the witnessing consciousness is called realizing the self or pure consciousness in these traditions. Practical psychological meaning. On a more everyday level, the line invites a looser identification with physical and mental content, which can reduce suffering. When pain, anxiety, or self-judging thoughts arise, seeing them as events in awareness rather than as me can create a gap that allows more freedom in how you respond. It does not mean denying or neglecting the body and mind, but relating to them as instruments or garments rather than as your entire identity. Used skillfully, this perspective supports calm, resilience, and compassion because your sense of self is less threatened by change, loss, or criticism. Spiritual implications. In its deepest sense, the statement suggests that the true self is not a separate entity inside a body, but the same consciousness underlying all beings. Realizing I am not the body-mind is then paired with realizing that the same awareness shines in everyone, which is why non-dual teachings connect this insight with love and non-separation. The traditional method is neti, not this, not this. One sees that everything observable is not the ultimate self, and what remains is pure knowing presence. From that standpoint, body and mind are still honored and cared for, but they are no longer the final answer to who am I, which is where the depth of the statement really lies.